First thing I want to show off here, which is interesting, is since I last played, they added an Esper reset. If you talk to Ultros in the Coliseum, he can reset your active party for 25k, which is a lot, but not a whole lot in the World of Ruin. However, this is the first time only. Every other time it's 100k. So if you want to reset everybody, you're going to be paying like 325,000. So I've tried to narrow this down to 3 characters that I think might be interesting with or a different build. Locke is the only one I 100% needed to reset, but we'll see. Cyan I'm actually not going to reset. I just had him in the party because I was considering switching him to a Vigor build. I'm not actually going to do that though. Celeste and Mog, I'm going to flip builds on them. I wasn't super sure about it, but I think it will work out in the long term, although they probably won't see as much play as the other two. But we'll see. For Locke, I want to still have a tiny bit of Ifrit. And 10 Phoenix, which replaces the 10 Kieran that he had before, because he really wants the MP in the World of Ruin more than I think he wants the stamina. He has the ability to cast a number of very powerful spells through Phoenix, Life 2, Cure 3, Fire 3, but they're very expensive. And since he also has access to the double cast relic, he can blow through MP very quickly. The last 12 levels will just go into Vigor. Put him in a pretty good spot. 60 base Vigor, 48 base speed, which doesn't seem like a lot, but Locke has so much speed from gear that it will make him fast enough that I don't really think I need to make him too much faster. Cyan is just gonna stick with straight Kieran. And as you'll see, his HP will rise dramatically from where he started after the reset. And this is with no boosters on or anything like that. He gets almost 800 HP just from that, which is pretty cool. For Celeste, I'm trying something I've never really done before, because I never really considered it a good enough build to really do, which is more of a Vigor-oriented build. And I think that just some things that changed as a result of patch changes that I didn't play. I think that there's some interesting stuff that can be done here, so I'm just going to give her pretty much straight Vigor, which I'm not sure how advisable this is, but I was testing it and it seemed kind of fun. Okay, I'm saving those 6 Esper levels for something. For Mog, mostly it's just that with Torado available, he now has HP, which quite a bit actually. So I'm going to give him 5 of that. And then I'm going to go with Palador, which is his Vigor and Speed. This is more for his Dragoon build, although there are other things that you can do with it. It's the only way for him to get really speedy. So we've got those. And nobody's really equipped with anything right now. So let's heal up and then head back to the airship. And we'll test some of this out. Hey! What I'm going to be testing out here is a patch that basically alters the starting ATB a little bit. It's a test to see if it can be a little more ordinary in terms of like just normalizing the speed a bit for faster people. Generally acting first, but not always. I guess we'll see. I don't know exactly all the details of the patch. Just saw a chart and I've experimented with it just for like 15 minutes, so it will be more interesting soon. First thing I want to do is stop sandbagging Relm, so I need to make sure that I take out Doomgaze, who is actually really easy in most instances, so I'm not super concerned about how to fight him exactly. But what I'll need... actually, yeah. Doomgaze uses mostly Bolt and Wind, so I'll have to see... Shadow may not be the best choice here, because he doesn't have a lot of things to block that. Let's see who I could use instead. Locke should be okay. Cyan should be okay. Terra could get it through that. Mog has the Snow Muffler, and she could get it. Who else could? Because these Terran Mog can get wind from an Esper. Celeste and Locke can get it from an Esper, bolt immunity, and they can get wind immunity. Cyan can just generally be tanky enough that I don't think he'll have to be concerned about it, plus he does have access to diamond and crystal equipment. Well, I don't know if I'll necessarily need to give it to him. It's actually a good question. Setzer also has access to diamond and crystal equipment, so he might be good as a healer, and then maybe Mog like that. And then for Locke, the question becomes what to give him. The Wing Edge would let him attack from the back row, but I only have one Wing Edge right now, so you'd have to use like a Wing Edge Rising Sun. The other option would be to move him to the front row, use the Demon's Bane, which is Holy Elemental, because Doomgaze is undead. It's not the easiest thing to decide on, but I think it could work out like this. So I don't think Doomgaze is going to be so dangerous that Locke won't be able to handle it. So we'll give him a Ninja Mask and a Diamond Vest, which... No, wait, the Diamond Vest would block, or would lower Bolt, but he already has a way to lower Bolt. But I think it's probably better than equipping the Esper, because then he can just take Phoenix. He'll still have issues with wind, but he has enough health that I think he'll be okay. I'm gonna go with just the simple Rogue Cloak Thief Glove combo there. And I think that takes care of him. Cyan, just the best katana that I've got. Stat hat, and I guess Crystal would probably do best against wind. It's not the best armor choice that he has, but he should be okay with the Nirvana Band and the Death Ward. Which, again, he's stamina, but I am going to put him in the front row again, because he's just so bulky at this point, I think he can handle it. For Mog, this is definitely a jump type situation, and the Snow Muffler blocks wind, so all he has to really deal with is Bolt. And give him the Moogle Charm, Dragoon Seal. This is basically the standard setup for Mog as Dragoon. He should be pretty durable because he can sit in the back row with that much health. Setzer, likewise, I could give him... Actually, now that I think about it, I could give Rising Sun and Wing Edge to Locke. Give Setzer the Demon's Bane. And give him a multi-guard, or Crystal Helm and a Diamond Vest, which that's probably better, and then I can give him Auto Haste. Move him to the front. Give him Daryl's Soul and a Power Glove, and we can give that a try. It's a very offensive setup, but Locke has his healing, Cyan has healing, Setzer has healing, so between immunities and things like that, it should be mostly okay. Doomgaze, of course, can use death attacks, which I think most people will dodge, but Cyan will have the Death Ward, so he will be immune to them anyway. So let's save and then see what we can do with that. And then after that, I think I'm going to be going to an actual area with a dungeon, so that we can test out the ATB patch more, since Doomgaze will only probably encounter once. And we'll just have to see what happens with that. Oh, wait, why did I go downstairs? I don't need to go downstairs. Does everyone have an Esper? No. Okay. Mog wants the auto haste for sure. Auto regen would be nice, but I think summoning Seraph would also be really nice. Just in case we need to do that. Now, I'm not actually sure how they did this, the Find Doomgaze thing. I can't tell if it just does a loop until it actually encounters Doomgaze by going through his most common locations, but since it always seems to encounter him at the exact same place, I'm starting to wonder if it's just like a weird animation that they then use to force an encounter right there, because that seems to be where it always ends up happening. Yeah, tried to doom Cyan, that was a mistake. I'm just going to be extremely rude and... Oops, that was Eclipse. But Mog can double jump, which is obviously quite nice. And here comes an air attack, so let's see if our wind resistance and other factors are going to help here. Yeah, Locke got hit harder than everybody because everybody else has wind protection. And Mog got hit not at all because he's immune to it. However, it did cause some trouble. He's gonna get ganked there, but I have a plan. Arrow sets sap on everybody, so I can have Setzer cast Regen X and give everybody regen to counteract that, and that should also heal Locke nicely. Although Setzer's not a stamina build, so it won't be... Yeah, it's only about 300. If Setzer's built for stamina, he can do an insane amount of healing with Regen X. It can basically be like a primary heal. And now Mog without a physical booster is still essentially breaking the damage cap. Also, the Ninja Mask lets Locke counter, which is a good boost to his damage output, even though he's already acting so fast. Setzer blocks Doom, which those are, with the amount of stamina and protections the party has, those are usually going to be wasted turns, but certainly not always. On Cyan, though, it would be a wasted turn, because Cyan is immune to death. Also, technically, so is Setzer because of Seraph. Locke's probably going to die again from that arrow. Yeah, you can see the difference there that wind resistance is making. But I can just regen X again. This mostly seems like it's going to be Cyan and Mog doing their thing. Cyan, I think, isn't resistant to Bolt, but the Death Guard grants Safe and Shell, so he's really tanky. So far, not a single Doom has hit, so that kind of tells you a lot. Condemned is hitting, but as long as nobody manages to count down before we kill him, that shouldn't be an issue. Oh, I think I used Eclipse again. With Doomgaze, it helps to kill him quickly because he can flee just like in vanilla, but at the same time, if he flees, who cares? It's not really a big deal. So you don't need to be super quick, because even in the worst case scenario where he does get away, and he won't flee, I think, past a certain point if you damage him enough, he'll stand and fight. And Mog does not have any bolt protection, so that hit him pretty hard, but he is a jumper, so... Hopefully that means he'll be in the air most of the time. Unless that happens, but again, he's immune to wind, so that's not going to hurt him, except to, I think, put sap on him. Yeah, that took him down. Setzer was going to be able to regen X anyway, so... That was a bit of a sloppy and aggressive fight, but... It's not that hard at this point, so I might as well just go after him. And that gives us Bahamut, which can only be used by Relm. And it's extremely good, and it's definitely something that's going to help me actually use her for once. Well, I use her a lot, but usually I get Bahamut sooner, so I haven't been using her as much as I probably should. But let's see what she can buy right now. These spells are probably really expensive. But she should be capped on SP, yeah. 20 for Meteor, 25 for Flare. Tough call. Meteor is really good for random encounters, but Flare is obviously incredibly good for single targets, so for the moment, I'm gonna hit that. Spend our last Esper level on more magic. And with experience off, which actually I didn't turn it off, but with experience off you don't get spell points, so this could be a problem unless I were to grind her up some. Which isn't terribly hard to do, but I don't think it's strictly necessary right now either. Let's see here. Now the next question would be, Ancient Castle or Doma? That's kind of an interesting question. I think probably the Ancient Castle, which means I'll take these two, might as well. Who else should come? Well, Locke makes an obvious choice because of some treasures that are down there. And then who else? I'm almost thinking Edgar. Just for support. And I haven't used Edgar in a while. This gives us a decent mix of speed. Locke is very fast, Edgar is reasonably fast, Strago is very slow, Relm is very fast. So we have two very fast characters, and one moderately fast and one slow. So there should be at least some difference here. Okay. I'll give Relm a brush for now. It's pretty useful sometimes, and I think she can probably make good use of it for the moment. She's also got the cat hood, which only she and Gao can use, and that gives her even more speed, magic, and defense, so that's pretty good. The Moogle hide I probably want to give to Strago just because I don't. There's not a lot of other good options for her, though. I guess the stamina is probably more useful for him. Don't really need the Sage Stone at this point. I'm not sure what to give him instead, though. For Relm, the Memento Ring's good. Only she and Shadow can equip it, and it gives stamina and magic power and M-block. Pretty good combo, especially for her. She's got very high magic block. What else could I give her? Gale Hairpin, I guess. Make preemptives more common. Make her even faster. Give her even more block. Let's do that and just make her super speed and see what happens. Give Locke a Falchion, the Hero Shield, instead of dual wielding. There may be some dual wielding going on soon, but not right away. The Ninja Mask for counters. Go with the Dark Gear. And just the usual Rogue Cloak Thief Glove. So Locke and Relm are both over 70 speed, which means they should be pretty consistently, according to the patch, they're the exact same speed. In fact, that's pretty cool. What can we do? Edgar will have the auto haste. Well, he doesn't need auto haste, actually. Yeah, it increases preemptive attacks. You want me to take that off to avoid that? I'm just wondering if that might be better. Maybe I'll give her the Death Ward instead, just so that we're not hitting preemptives too often. He doesn't really need the auto haste, but I'm not sure what else to give him. Multi-guard is good, but I don't think he'll need it. I'll give him the Crystal Kite just for the sake of it. And Force Armor, which halves Fire, Ice, and Bolt, so no real need for the multi-guard there. Give him the Nirvana Band, and I guess the Hero Ring is actually not bad on him. It gives him more HP. He's not completely without use for that. I think I want that. So he's not super slow right now. He's got 46 speed. And Edgar's got 47, so Locke and Relm are noticeably faster than the other two, but the question will be just how much faster is that? Being about 30 points faster than the other two, what does that result in? So let's find out. I did not. this gives. Auto-safe, yeah, that's really good, actually. In fact, I might swap the Death Ward out on her for him. So I don't think she'll need Shell as much as he'll need. Safe and Shell. Let's see what she could use instead. Could just give her a magic cube. Gives her plenty of MP. She will probably want. What did I give him? Nothing yet. Probably this for the summon and the defense. First we'll rest, because you can't go in here and rest while the castle's underground. Okay, everyone's speed now. Locke is at 71, Edgar 47, Strago 41, Relm 66. So Locke is slightly faster than Relm, who is significantly faster than the other two. So we got two fast characters, two kind of slow ones. Although Edgar has haste, and so that could be a factor as well. We'll find out. Okay, Relm has the most ATB here to start, which doesn't necessarily mean anything. We'll find out, yeah. So something... Oh, why is she in the front row? That's done with me. Although actually it turned out to work because she used a physical attack. But that wasn't a very smart thing to do for me. So far pretty good. These are enemies more in line with what my guys should be fighting, and they didn't get lapped or anything. Could actually probably have Relm be more aggressive with her spell casting, because Edgar does have a mana battery. This is a monster in a box. Master Tonberry, I think? Yeah. Oh, that's right, the hero shield is not uncursed. What is Master Tonberry's sketch, I wonder? Got this listed somewhere. Aha! That's interesting, but first... let's try to mute him. Okay, I believe he's weak to fire. First thing I want to try is Flare. Which isn't Fire Elemental, but it's defense ignoring. Meanwhile, I'll have everybody else use Raise or something else. So Flare is obviously one of the strongest single target spells in the game, and Relm is the only person who gets to use it, so she has a lot of power and a lot of speed against single targets like this. And she did better damage ignoring defense than he did hitting a weakness, so that's pretty good. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. This guy can still cause us tons of trouble. In fact, I should probably re-rise people, but on the other hand, I just want to see if I can get through with offense. I may not be able to. I could have slowed him too, now that I think about it. Edgar can do that as well. Actually, half the party, I think, can. So this could end up going badly. Bad breath him. We have laid on a lot of damage, but these guys have a lot of health. It's sort of a mini-boss. Let's see what it is, actually. 40,000, so I don't know if I've done even close to that amount of damage, and he's almost... yeah, he's up to us. The only good news is Edgar at least has that, but most of the party still ended up getting ganked. At least he's back there now, though, so we should be able to defib lock while Relm attacks, assuming she doesn't get blasted by Step Mine in case Mute is worn off. Yeah, Relm took him out. I figured she might. Gives us the Avenger. The Avenger is one of a trio of items that kind of are all in the same trade circuit, which one of them is the Wing Edge, the throwing weapon, and one of them is the Punisher, the best rod. So the Avenger is actually as strong as the Falchion, it just doesn't have as much speed. So what I think I'll do is just equip one and the other. Not that will lower his defenses, but the Hero Shield was cursed anyway. I forgot to uncurse it. Doesn't go anywhere. Okay, we're in a pincher, so we started with low ATB as would be expected, I think. See how much mana battery does when Edgar is imped. I think it'll lower the damage output of that too, because it's all output. Still gives her 42, so it would have given her a lot if he weren't an imp. So far, everything seems to be working correctly. See, there's Locke starting the battle with ATB, which is something that should be happening every now and then. Perfect. That's Tsunami, which is basically like Aqua Rake 2. They happen to be immune to it, but the Zarathian wasn't. And perhaps more important, means that I don't have to get hit with it myself in order for Strago to learn it. That's kind of an example of where the sketch isn't super great, but it at least works on something in the formation. It'll do damage to the Mantis guy. Yeah, there's Tsunami. So there's only 2 lores left to learn, and they're both from the same source. So far, so good there. Oh, I forgot that chest, but there's another chest that I'm going back for. I should probably just get it on the way out, but whatever. Shrapnel. Okay, that's good. That's stamina based, so this particular Relm is not going to get a huge amount of damage from it, but it's still pretty good. So definitely sketch the Zarathians, although their other moves seemed to be just attacking, which is undesirable generally for Relm. It's not that it doesn't do good damage, but it's just not the best damage that she could probably be doing. Okay, Thunder Guard is probably better than, yeah, than a Crystal Kite. Now my guess is that I don't want to sketch Water Step against Urchins. Blowfish, that's okay. Not bad, not good. Yeah, that autosave was actually helping Relm out quite a bit there. That damage was basically nothing to her, because she's in the back row for one thing, but the autosave on Bahamut is also pretty good at making her bulkier. Okay, there's an example of sketch backfiring. Ended up just healing him, but that's okay. This guy didn't have as good a sketch as the Pawn Scum probably did. I just didn't want to use that because it would probably be Tsunami, and then we'd just get hit by that. I think Locke needs some MP. So in the next fight I need to remember to have Edgar do something. Same formation, let's try and attack. And try fire 2 here, just to be economical. Not great, but you can't expect a ton out of Fire 2 at this point in the game, but it's okay. I guess they don't have any weaknesses. Or else she would have probably done considerably more damage. Okay, 90 out of the mana battery isn't bad. Still probably worth using a tincture at some point, but it's okay. Let's not. Let's just use Fire 2 again. Now, 2 can play at that game. Also, Relm has a brush, so she could be healing with that if I wanted her to. In fact, I might just leave Edgar's health where it is. Phoenix Tear. These are mostly just consumables, but there are some really, really great things down here. Preemptive, so everybody's ATB is full. I think I will sketch, or not sketch, but hit Edgar, heal him. Didn't get the proc off, but the proc chance is kind of low right now. Can I discord him, I wonder? I should probably check it first. I'll use the flash, because in this case it's actually probably really good. Man, okay, so he either can't be confused or can't be, or it just missed actually. That could have also happened. I'll check it next time, but his magic defense is so low that it's almost not worth it. Let's try and get shrapnel again. No. But she killed it, so whatever. Locke's getting back attacks on that thing. Oh yeah, that's one thing that doesn't get mentioned much, but the mod actually changed the colors for healing numerals. Like, health healing always had the green numbers, but MP damage being red or MP healing being blue, that's actually new to the mod as far as I know. Okay, shrapnel? Yeah. That's nice. Yeah, the Zarathians appear to have basically no magic defense whatsoever. Edgar's flash shouldn't be hitting that hard unless things just don't have any magic defense. Which is also why shrapnel would hit them that hard. Although I thought shrapnel was... No, it's not defense ignoring, it's just stamina based or something. Okay, that's a little different. If I had Meteor, this would be a perfect opportunity to use it. Instead, I only have the summon. So why not? Let's summon a big old dragon. Let Edgar soften him up. Well, So while I don't have Meteor, this is a pretty good substitute, although it's like twice as expensive as Meteor, but outside of that, it's really handy. And Relm's still about half on her MP, so she's fine. I've always got Edgar. And a bunch of tinctures, so really it's not going to be an issue having anybody's magic. Okay. Oh, that's not actually a patch. That's just a, what is that called? It's like a graphics setting upscaling with anti-aliasing, that's all. It's not actually a patch, it's just a visual filter. So far, it seems like it's been pretty consistent in who acts first on my team every time. One of Locke or Relm tends to go first, then Edgar, then Strago, for the most part. I think I haven't checked every fight or remembered every fight, but it seems like that's about how it goes. Locke counterattacks, that's nice. Okay, save point here, which is useful. Because there is a pretty nasty monster in a box, even nastier than the Master Tonberry, coming up. First, though, I want to trigger this cutscene and then go back and save again, so that I don't have to watch this again. Because there's a good chance I will lose to this guy. I like this part of the game because, like, who is telling them this? It's usually just your lead character just magically, like, turns around and tells everybody else about it, but how do they know anything about this? You just end up getting Odin's backstory with, like, no explanation whatsoever as to how anyone would know this. Odin fought a spooky ghost for some reason and lost. Because he's a chump. Or the guy had a death ward. Let's go back and save again. Uh-oh. These guys, I think, can cast X-Zone, but they made it so that it was no longer like something that they would spam. I forget how they did that, but let's try a Mug. And a Sketch. Poison Rod. I don't think that's the rare steel, but I don't remember what the rare steel is. Okay. She managed to charm one. And made her X-Zone herself. I'm okay with that. Let's see if Strago can confuse this one too. Yeah. Go ahead and X-Zone yourself. Or do that. Fine. We'll do this your way. Or Relm will just kill you instantly with your own X-Zone. That's an example of a very good sketch. She'll either charm them, which they're weak to, or she'll X-zone them, which is their trick. That's a good example of where Sketch is really nice. Okay, I'm gonna give everybody their tinctures. It's a bit wasteful, but I have like so many of these from the Fanatics Tower, it's insane. Though I did just blow through a bunch of them. But I want to go straight for this monster box, because it's just the most useful way to do it. Let's see if she X-zones. No. But this whole thing can be charmed, apparently, so that's alright. I'll fight him, because he's the only one that we want to have charmed. And it's a back attack. Oh, no you don't. Get out of here. I think he just stopped himself. I'm not sure what Quell does, but that seemed like a stop attack. Could have been mute. Who knows? Well, I could have checked, but not important. What is important is this dude. This could be very bad. Okay, Edgar's got the auto haste. He doesn't. I think he's the only one that starts with haste. Zone Seek's not going to help us, but I know something that might. I don't think it will, but it might. So we'll swap that for auto haste. And Katana Soul. Now, one question I have is, what is Katana Soul's sketch? I honestly don't know. Wind Slash and Fight. That's an example of not a great sketch. I think he's a samurai type enemy, so yeah, he's got reasonably low magic defense, relatively high, average defense, actually higher than average defense, so hitting him with magic is probably best. I think he's undead as well, so Relm might do more with fire against that. Yeah, he is undead. I should have actually probably swapped Locke's weapons out for something that does bonus damage to humans or undead. Instead, I'm gonna cure everybody. Yeah, her fire is doing a lot of damage because of his low magic defense and Relm's very high attack. The main thing here is I want to not be at low health or have anybody dead, because he can use GP Toss, and he's very dangerous with it. So I'm going to regen X, just to try and keep people topped off. And have Locke fight. And have Edgar stand by, just in case. Actually, no, I'm going to have Edgar Golem. That may at least block some physicals. I don't think it'll block GP Toss. But it may prevent some physicals, which will allow us to weather GP Toss. The damage of GP Toss is based on... Yeah, the damage of GP Toss is based on the number of targets that exist, as well as stamina and how much gold they have, so, or how much gold you have. So he's actually got like 15,000 gold or something so that he can use GP Toss at all. And it'll do 750 to everyone, or thereabouts, but only because there were 4 targets. The damage goes up considerably if there are more targets than that, so if somebody had been dead, that would be doing a lot more damage, which is bad. There, see, there's some physicals that Golem is protecting us from. Actually, Flash would probably do decent damage, and Relm's about to get her turn, so I'll hold on to her turn for a second. Or maybe the Locks, because I think she's going to do more damage with fire than he's going to do just attacking. GP toss is on a timer, I believe, so it's just a matter of making sure. I also didn't know it was counterable. I guess it counts as a physical or something, but I don't think image can take care of it. Invisibility might. I vaguely recall that if you get Vanish set on yourself, then GP toss misses, but I don't think image does. Yeah, Flash should not be hitting that hard, it's just... he has low magic defense, so... keep hitting those weaknesses. He probably won't last too much longer, but I'm very paranoid about it. He's trying to use Slayer, which is a death attack. But Golem does block it, and because it blocks it, it also blocks the secondary effect of causing instant death. So I was actually prescient to build to bring Edgar, because he has the one thing that makes it almost impossible to get instant killed by that guy. And that drops the Valiance, which is a dagger. Locks best. Now the battle power is going down here, because it doesn't have as much power as the Avenger. However, the Valiance ignores defense, and it's a dagger, so it pairs with any sword that Locke has. So as we'll see against Weapon here, if he doesn't blind Locke... no. Oh, he wasn't blinded at all. Yeah, it does considerably more damage against this very resilient mech, because it ignores defense. It also does more damage when... let's see... trying to figure out Tsunami would probably be best against a mech. Yeah, Relm also got a good sketch there. I think it has the same sketches as Io, Gao's Rage, which means... I think Diffuser is actually the more common sketch for mechs, where it's usually Atomic Ray for Gao, but I think it gets reversed for human, or for Sketchers. Some of that's the case in a number of situations. Sometimes the sketches are basically common and uncommon, or basically identical to Gao's Rages for monsters that have rages. Sometimes, though, they're reversed, meaning the less common sketch is actually the more common one from Relm. Oh dear. Yeah, that's gonna hurt, because Locke's gonna have defense ignoring now. Unless we win the fight instantly with Relm. No. But we did get half of it. Oh, he's gonna hit himself. Yeah, that's not fun. But at least this is one of the big reasons to bring Magic Edgar along anywhere. While we confuse her, we're gonna get Locke back up and almost restore all his health. It's not quite Life 2, but it's pretty close. There are some pretty great sketches in this area. Although I don't know how useful it'll be versus the boss, but that's okay, because I don't think we super need to hit the boss's weaknesses or anything like that. Nothing in here, I don't think. There we go. Yeah, apparently it used to be a thing that Lilith would have a high chance to use that or something, and it could cause some pretty nasty game overs down here, but that got changed now where I don't think they'll use it unless a timer hits, so it's your own fault at that point. Royal Jacket and the Genji Shield. The Royal Jacket is for Edgar. I might actually go with the Genji Shield and Valiance here. Let's see what Quell... Okay, it is Mute. That's not a big problem. Edgar's not super dependent on his. fair. You just removed your own confused. You can also sketch something that you have confused. It doesn't affect it in any way. But I'd rather avoid getting X-zoned myself, so... The mod gets rid of Hidon, so instead of getting Odin here and then 10 seconds later turning him into Hidon unless you leave, you can now, I'm missing something. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Which is fine, because I actually want to open the secret room. I think there's a save point in the secret room now. I'll have to check that. Yeah, I think Diffuser is the common sketch against Weapon, where for Gao it's the uncommon Rage. So that makes actually a pretty big difference, because mechs are not weak to fire, but they are weak to bolt and water. And with Relm's magic power, Diffuser is going to do 999. I knew there was something I was missing. There's a door over there that... That didn't get anybody. That's odd. I thought that Always Hit got overwritten by Blind. It may just have been that I was lucky. 'Cause by all rights, Locke ought to be missing, but he just got lucky, I think. Let's see if he misses this one. He does not. Good for him. Yeah, there's the treasure. I knew there was one more thing. Punisher. This is the ultimate rod, basically. It's mostly straight magic power and some evade. It casts Dark, which is a new spell when it's used as a rod. He's not going to be using it for the proccing purposes, but I do like having it because it does boost his magic some, and his stamina's pretty okay as it is. I'm going to go back and save. There might be a second save point, but just to be safe. So far it has been very consistent in terms of what abilities get used. Or what people get first turn. And Relm is actually able to do things like that. Sketch to Lilith fast enough that they don't get to move. But she doesn't always get to do that, so I think that's relatively balanced so far. We've got most of the treasure. We just need to go back for the dragon and for Odin. Boxy. I can't remember what those do. Let's try sketching one. And I'll also look that up. Boxy. Float, reflect, no particular immunities or anything. They have very low defenses. I'm not sure what they're dangerous for, but we may just find out. Nightmare. Okay, that's a multi-targetable attack. In this case, it didn't get multi-targeted, but it can be. I'm hoping that I can just kill them, yeah, with their low magic defense. so I don't have to find out what nasty things they'll do. Anything that's got really low defenses probably has some sort of really high offense, although that's not always the case. Ah! Okay, there's an example of where Sketch can bite you in the ass. Good job, Relm. You almost killed everyone. I should have known that, though, because that's a pallet slot wop with Gargoyle, which is a Gal Rage, and it can use Quake, so... But there's a good example of Sketch backfiring. So do not sketch those unless everybody's floating. Although if you do, then it's actually probably pretty good. Although not against Boxies, because they're floating too. Which is probably why that formation is set up the way it is. Oh, thanks. That's a crit. Defense ignoring crit. No, don't sketch, Relm. That was dumb of me last time. I don't want to do it again. Yeah, that's kind of a... They must have good magic defense, but he was muted by bad breath, so he didn't end up casting anything. Back attack, that could be bad. Although hopefully with X-Zone on a timer or whatever it is. I'm trying to allure an old man? What do you think's gonna happen? Thought there was a save down here. Save state just in case, not so much for the fight, but because I don't want to run into the dragon before I'm prepared for the dragon. I don't even know if anybody in my party has float right now. He might, Strago might. I don't know if anybody else does. I mean, I have Red Bulls, so I could just float everybody manually that way. Assuming they've taken damage, which they have. So that's actually not a bad idea. Okay. Not bad. Okay, walk up to the Queen. And instead of turning Odin into Raiden, this is just how you get Odin. Odin gives speed +5, which is insanely good for Strago, and it teaches Dark and X-Zone, so he can use X-Zone. Dark is basically a very powerful single-target poison damage thing. It doesn't cause poison, it's just poison elemental, and it's very strong in that respect. I should probably spend his last Esper levels. I was kind of waiting on Odin for this, but... And 5 Odin. Unfortunately, as good as the equip bonus for Odin is, I think I want Zone Seek for the magic defense and the ability to cast it. Although that +5 speed is insanely good for him. Okay, what do we got? Blue Dragon is water elemental, obviously, so the first thing we want to look at is, do we have access to water stuff? We do, because Locke can use a gold shield, but I probably should use a wing edge instead, because he can back row with it, and the dragon is floating. Valiance is also probably pretty good, because it does ignore defense. Instead of the dragon helm, I'll have Edgar equip a gold helm. Now, for the other two, this is actually a lot easier, because most hides, or some hides, do a lot of stuff with water. So the Chocobo hide handles water, the Gator hide also handles water, so he's fine, and she wants the Gator hide. It'll lower her stats, but having water damage is probably more important. And I think he might use sleep as well. I can't remember. But I do have a pretty stamina-heavy party here, and I might just count on that working it out. The other option would be to remove the memento ring and give a ribbon, but that lowers some of her stamina and magic power. Well, might as well go for it then. I could give her like a rod, but I think it's better if she uses flare in this case, just because I don't want to trigger the dragon's special counter that happens when you hit their weaknesses. Yeah, he does use sleep, which is fine. Edgar can... Actually, no, Edgar needs to do some other stuff here. Let's set poison. And... sap. And also summon Golem. Fortunately, Relm's ATB was almost full, so she... Oh, never mind, it starts over. So she dies, but Edgar can fix that. I guess that's the only problem here, is that he uses Blowfish, which Strago and Relm can't survive, but hopefully I can prevent him from using that too much. I need to start getting Locke into damage dealing mode here, but first I want to get everybody set up. Flash Rain's not as bad now after... Breath him. Summon Golem. Can you stop sleeping, Relm? She has high enough stamina. She should resist that at least once. That sets poison and sap. That claw is going to make Golem worse, I think. I think it's based on their current HP, so he kind of screwed me there. Real dick move, but whatever. Cure 3, everybody, and I think I'll go ahead and Berserk Lock. Edgar, see what happens. It's only one hit, but it's a pretty strong one when he throws. Be better with dual wielding, but I just didn't trust it. Okay, yeah, he uses Storm, I think, to heal himself with the poison and sap. So I'm going to want to reapply it. Now, I am curious what his sketches are, but I know for dragons, one of the sketches is just their Elemental Claw, which I don't think is actually even elemental. Plus, even if it were, it's their same element. So that's not very useful. And the other one might just be Tsunami, which is nice, but... Oh, he's mugging with it. Well, which actually stole the Phoenix tier. I forgot that dragons have that, so... Surprisingly enough, good work, Locke. dragons have a lot of MP, so Strago and Relm's MP situation should not be much of a problem. Although he'll raid us back. Although he ended up missing, didn't steal any MP from Locke. I should probably actually be refracting people, although I don't think I have... Well, I have one unreflectable heal. Edgar pulled out. Just go ahead and Holy Wind. Water attacks are not too bad so far, although I think I want haste. So I'll Slim Jim and have Edgar haste Locke. I should also probably have Relm Regen X now that I think about it. Might as well give that to everybody. There we go. Claw helping us out there. And again, she's got plenty of MP, and even if she didn't, I've got a Manor Battery, Tinctures, Ethers, and Osmos. So this should be alright. Wait and see what he... Actually, instead of waiting to see what he does, let's haste him. Because he can always heal. Now the biggest threat is probably Blowfish, because it can instantly kill 2 of our party members. I could have Relm Re-Rise, but again, I want her doing damage. Still, it's not probably a bad idea, since nobody else can do it. Oh, he's storming himself, that's right. So I want to re-poison him, re-sap him. Fortunately, although he absorbs Storm, it's one of the weaker things he could be hitting himself with. So that was kind of a useless heal, but that's fine. Let's re-rise yourself. And your grandpa. We can let it Locke and Edgar do what they may. That I assume, yeah, that's a storm against us. Which, again, not the strongest thing he could be using. Locke likes to mug with that thing. I forgot that that's one problem with using Locke. If he's got the Thief Glove equipped, he will randomly choose to either fight or mug, and as with the Valiants especially, you don't want him to do that because the Valiants only ignores defense through fight. Mug does not. It's just a weird way that Mug works, so I probably should have given him a Power Glove instead, so that he would only attack, because I don't think he can also throw the weapon when he's mugging with it, so he's not throwing it a whole bunch as it is, but still. Having Edgar float his turn here, we should be in pretty good shape. I'm actually wondering what else I could use on him. Aqua Rake's not going to do it. Blowfish would be okay, but it's hardly the best thing to use here. Locke and Relm can do way more damage than anybody else can. Okay, Edgar can handle that. He'll just cure himself. Blaze. It's probably not going to be very good, but might as well not waste his turn. Yeah, he's not actually weak to fire, so to speak, or strong against fire, even though he's a water dragon. They're only, I think, strong against their own element. So you can use fire on him just fine, it's just he's not weak to it, so it's not really going to hurt much. Raise would probably be better because he's not weak to poison. But it doesn't matter. He's dead. Locke and Relm are enough offense that because of how fast they go, everybody else can pretty much just hang back and support them. Got the Zantetsuken, which is Odin's sword. And, more importantly, it's a really nice sword. Like, look at that. 7 vigor, 7 speed, high battle power, high evasion, and high magic block. It has a 25% chance to instant kill, which is a cleave, so I don't think it kills undead and revives them. And if it can't cleave, then it does 25% more damage. So one potentially absurd combo here would be Zantetsuken and Valiance, because now you have an incredibly powerful sword plus a dagger that ignores defense. So, how does it work? Let's find out. Nightmare can multi-target. I think it's just random whether it does or not. Yeah, not bad, huh? Obviously, the lower the enemy's defense, the more the Zantetsuken is going to do. And if an enemy has really high defense, it's probably better, I think, to use the Valiance alone with a shield, just because dual wielding does lower your expected damage output. But that would only be against something that's very high offense. By now, if I had experience on, Relm would have Meteor, which would be a lot more useful in these fights than sketching random things. But she's done pretty well with sketch. There's a number of things here that are easily sketchable. Like these guys. That's a preemptive, so preemptives still work, and we aren't getting a ton of them, like, so nothing's broken there. Nicely done. So yeah, we're definitely getting a situation now where the fast characters get to act before the enemy, and they can take out one or more enemies. And we can't warp out of here, because due to the weird way you had to get here through Figaro Castle is technically not on the world map right now. I don't think the game would know where to put you, so they don't let you warp out, you have to walk. But with our new stuff, it should be a very fun walk. And of course Locke can counterattack thanks to the ninja mask. There's a good example. The Valiance is doing a lot more damage there because these things I think have higher defense. But the Zantetsuken going first means that it gets a chance to cleave, so it could potentially kill these things instantly anyway. Plus it just makes Locke fast as hell and really complements his offense. Well, I think it's good though that the patch doesn't disable those, because I just want to make sure that it's not like causing weird things to happen where you're constantly getting preemptive attacks or constantly... Because when I first started testing it out, I got like 3 or 4 preemptive attacks in a row. Nothing like that has happened now. We've gotten back attack, we've gotten pinchered, we've gotten some preemptives, but it doesn't seem any more or less than usual. And in a back attack, our guys do get their ATB fast, but the enemy still gets to act. So that all seems right. Ah, to hell with it. Y'all just blow up. Or one guy just blow up, I guess. As the case may be. I imagine they would absorb that, but what do I know? So far, everything seems pretty much the way you wanted it to be, as far as I can tell. I haven't used the chainsaw in ever this run. it's definitely a lot less aggravating, because I've got 2 fast characters, and my fast characters are actually getting to act. But I'm not lapping them so bad that Strago can just do whatever he wants. He's not fast enough. Which is good, because that... Oh, I'm sure he'll see it. But I'll let him know that this one's with the patch. That was a good example, that ancient cave run. Just a lot of different randoms, number of scenarios, Relm getting to use Sketch to end a fight, Locke getting off quick attacks, Strago being consistently one of the last people to act. So everything seems consistent, which I like. It's not like, whoa, what's going on? Why does the old man have the first turn? Which, while I can understand there might be some appeal to that, I don't really like that as a random factor. If I've got a fast character, I expect them to actually, like, you know, have some benefit. So I like that. Although we just have to watch it closely to make sure that it's not too good. That's the only problem that I can foresee. Although so far, I don't think it's too good. I mean, certainly the enemies have gotten to act, and if we can't kill the entire formation in one turn, then they're definitely getting in hits on us, which is exactly what should be happening. But I've also had the instance where Relm gets a number of opportunities to just straight up end the fight. And that's good, because that's one of her major... should be one of her major strong points. I usually don't super stack speed on Shadow, although Shadow should have quite a lot of HP, which I may use him soon, because I think what I want to do next is going to be Cyan's Dream. So... who would I take to Cyan's? Let's think about that for a second. Cyan obviously has to come, but he's not going to participate. Shadow seems like a good choice. There's an Orochi in there for him, and he can use man-eaters and stuff against the Stooges, and I think he can use the Avenger and stuff against Rexel. Let me see here. Yeah, Rexel, Soulfires, Weak to Holy. Yeah, so that would be a good choice. I also probably want a Golem caster, so possibly Sabin, because he can also do stuff, and he's pretty bulky. Which means probably I would want somebody like Setzer as the last guy, just as a floater. There are many choices that would work for this, but I think that would be good. Strago would also be good. But I think I want bulk on most of these guys. Yeah, I usually, unfortunately, my Esper levels are just such that I usually do not put that much speed on somebody. Like, Shadow has 60 base speed. I give him like 10 Fenrir levels. I think he has like maybe 10 or 12. So it's nowhere near as absurd as it could be. In fact, I even give him Genji armor usually, because he has so much speed that I don't think he really needs any more. Yeah, that's good. I almost want to give him this, instead of a bonus to... Guarding near-fatal allies is probably absurd with him, though. Stormfang and Frostguard. I should probably trade one of those for the other, but... whatever. Tiger Mask is good. The Red Cap is also really good. Let's see here. Probably wants this, since he's really the only one that's going to use anything. And could give him the Avenger, but I'd rather just give him the Switchblade, I think, for the extra speed. The Red Cap's good for him. And probably Force Armor. Relics, I could give him probably the Death Ward. I don't know who else is going to use it. Well, Shadow could maybe use it. What Shadow got? Nah, Shadow's got too much stuff going on there. Or Sabin. Sabin's not the most defensive guy, so the Death Ward might help him out there. black belt, or black belt and power glove combo, which is usually pretty good. Or power glove life bell. Either way, I guess I'll just give a ribbon and death ward to, or back guard maybe. I'll give him the back guard and maybe swap it up for something else. And then for Sabin's headgear, a red cap I probably want, and the royal jacket is probably better. The dark gear does give a little more speed, but this should be a good mix. So Shadow is pretty fast, the other two are about the same speed, and Cyan's stats don't matter. Yeah, you're going to have to ask somebody else to test broken amounts of speed. I just don't have anybody set up for it. I could respec them and try it out during downtime, though, and just see how it is. I like how none of this sequence is ever explained. Like, why are there Dream Stooges? Why are they here? Why are you able to, like, fall into this? I mean, it's, like, literally never explained. I probably don't need to save right now. Ironically, one of our slower characters, but at least he's got auto haste, so he should get a turn. See, yeah, he's kind of slow. I think 3 of 4 enemies got a turn in on him. And the 4th one probably would have, if not for his auto haste. So that seems about right. But there's shadows, so that should make this easy. Easier. I know what the enemy stats are, or at least I have the spreadsheet with them, but I don't know specifically what they are in this case. I don't think I know what the speed is either. No, I don't know what speed is, enemy speed is. I don't think that's on the spreadsheet, and all I added to it was defenses and counters. So unfortunately, I don't know what speed these things have. Is this the exit? It might be. So I probably want to think about this one more. I probably won't be using him too much for... On the other hand, I could. Why is Sabin in the back row? Lord only knows. Oh. And nobody has Espers. That's dumb. Of me. Poison and Berserk. These guys are mostly casters, I think. So, questionable how much any of these are really that valuable, but I guess it doesn't hurt anything. Got some pretty decent health here. Oh, it's not this one, it's down below. Yeah, you should probably ask somebody who has one of those, like, insane speed shadows, because I'm just not familiar with using that much speed. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. I just don't usually stack the speed like that. I think we're okay. I'm sure somebody will. Okay. Curly's the main target with his reflect. But oh, I should probably have aced everybody. I thought he had slow axe, that's Mog. Oh well. Guess we're stuck with the Masted. Unless Shadow gets a proc off. I did not use the speed nerf. I have not. I don't know anything about it except that it exists. Gotten very lucky here with them deciding to just pound Sabin with fire that he's completely immune to, so that was very lucky. No. Oh, it missed. I'm probably a little over-worried about these guys. I usually am. They're not anywhere near as hard as... Okay, that's kind of crappy sensor. Main thing is just the Delta attack. Can be painful. Although, not as painful as I thought it would be. These guys have a lot of health. Seems to be working in their favor. Out Curly. Which leaves us with Larry and Mo. But they should do something soon. This part's a little bit scripted. Yeah, I assume that's just a palette thing. Which, you know, it is what it is. Not much you can do about it. Really nice nets there. That's at least helping to counteract the haystacks. I'd like to see you shrug off a status effect once, Sabin. You're like a meat miracle. I know you're not a stamina build, but you still have a lot of it. This part is mostly scripted, so I can just leave Sabin asleep. They're just gonna pound on each other for a little bit, and then leave. Or something will leave. I don't recall that patch, at least. Unless it's tied to another patch. I didn't see one that does that for the pellets. I only did the fix patches, like the things that were actually broken. I don't think I used any cosmetic patches that were new.
On Mo.
I think Larry has lower defense than the other two. I can't remember. One of them has lower defense, and I haven't noticed any significantly different numbers against Mo than against Curly, so I'm assuming it's Larry that takes more damage. He'll come back. And he uses Doom, which sucks, but I should probably use... Oh, never mind. Shadow dodged it, because he's a boss. Didn't slow him, though, which is kind of surprising. So I'll try and slow him with Suplex. I should probably be hitting him because his defense is like laughable. Like, look at how hard he's getting hit by Shadow, and that's with X-Fight on the lower and X-Flight and Dual Wield. But just in case, because I know he likes to use Doom in this final segment, let's put Rear Eyes on everybody. Yeah, you can see how fast Shadow is, but he's not even super speed. So I don't even know how fast super speed Shadow is. Oh, he's got Dark! That's a new one. That should be pretty powerful, but Setzer is, yeah, one of the more resilient. Notice it also doesn't set poison, it's just poison element. Fun fact, if you've got Relm in this segment, and you're fast enough, you can sketch Shemp. And something happens. Okay, let's get everybody's stuff back here. Alright. Moving right along to the Phantom Train segment. Ooh, a restore point. Now that's nice. That's cool. Thanks for coming to check that out. I'm going to upload this once I'm done, and I'll make notes of the patch, so if people are interested in looking at it, they can check this out. Hi, Cyan. Boy, this is a dumb dream you have. This way, and I was too slow. You have to get to that one fast. Fortunately, like, there's no penalty for failing that. You can just try it again. Nope. Oh well. We got AoEs in this party. Save and pick that one up. It's not that strong, but it is defense ignoring. I'm not sure if these guys have any fire weaknesses that might have made, It's not too bad so far. think Setzer got a bunch of his MP back at that restore point. Because he got rasped during the fight. Which is about the only way you're going to see Setzer lose a lot of MP. Ooh. Don't like that. Although this party is pretty evasive. Even Setzer, which is surprising. But I guess the Aegis Shield does have a lot of evade on it. Rasping Sabin. Oh no, what will I do without Sabin's MP? I can't cast Quake anymore. Damn it. I'm sure that it's possible to get that thing. At least I thought that was how it worked. Now I can't remember. Oops. Oh, almost had the bars, but that wasn't what I meant to do. Why am I even suplexing? I have Bum Rush. I don't know. Man, Setzer is on a roll with these dodges. I'm surprised. Of all the people I would expect to be blocking everything, it wouldn't be him. Well, actually, these guys are both, I think, human, so I guess Man-Eaters might have actually been good to keep on, but yeah, that's fine too. Things are unlikely to be surviving that. Okay. Flip the switch. Run, run, run. Got it. The Orochi! Now this is nice. It's a throwing weapon. This guy won't. We received Guilt, which is a key item, I believe. These guys presumably can also use X-Zone, so I shall watch out for them. Although Shadow's speed, he may just be able to take it before they can really act, but yeah, this party's okay. It's doing just fine. This area's tuned around 3 people, so it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, Guilt. Heavy with the weight of murdered family and friends. However, you can immediately get rid of your guilt by throwing it in this chest and getting a flame guard. I think there's 2 elemental shields in this segment, so it's really good for that. And I think we'll find it here. I almost had the bars again by accident. That's really the only kind of problematic part of this party is Setzer is pretty much all the AoE, and that means I have to actually nail these slots. How did I incorrect blitz input? Really? Okay. Sneeze! Oh no! You know what? Fine. We'll just go. Excuse us. Look at that! Setzer, you're doing great here, for some reason. Just really lucking out. Okay, let's see. Can I walk through here? No, I cannot. Flip this switch first. Okay. That should help. Let's try Fire Dance, see if it's any better than Airblade against these, or Sonic Boom against these, whatever you want to call it now. That moves this down, although you can open this chest from that direction. Okay, we want to actually... yeah, we want to go this way. Then we want to flip that, and then then the other one. There we go. Oh, wait, I don't remember if I did that right. Let's go check. If I did it right, it should allow me to pass by on the bottom, but I may have screwed up again. No, we got it. Okay, so we need to flip these chests. Probably replace the Daryl soul on him too. Just put the back guard back on and then put the death ward on for Rex soul. Oops. Stand on the point, not go through it. Same thing here. Now this part, I'm not sure. There's sort of a way to do this faster, and I can't remember exactly what it is. There's one point where you have to go backward right after you enter. I think it's here, maybe? Mostly mechanical, so I think we want beams. It puts reflect up, I think, but I don't think you can reflect Magitech. Tech laser, which not too bad. Gigavolt's a little nastier. Setzer's definitely going to be the king of the Magitech here. He's got way more magic. This is also the place where you can encounter Io, which is Gao's final rage. There he is. However, you don't need to actually find him here. It is possible to miss him and then find him again in a special location. So you can never actually miss this one. Okay, I think it's here. You go out here and then you go out back. Yeah, perfect. I knew this worked. Now let's follow Cyan across this rickety bridge. Excuse me, gentlemen. Whee! Yeah, we just jumped into your soul for some reason. Now, Cyan's family give us a restore point, so they're cool in my book. there's really anything to do in this part except head into the throne room. I think you can get treasures here, but I think they share with the normal Doma map. So if I'm correct, yeah, that chest is already looted. Oh, now I have to sit here and watch them talk about loving each other. Wow, weird. When they walk off screen, can you not see their text anymore? Haha, maybe you can't. That's weird. It's not really a glitch, it's just interesting that, like, the text display seems to be. Okay. I think the fight starts as soon as you get close to him. So let's see what we need to do here. We want Golem. We also want Fenrir and Seraph, so those are all here. Come on, man. I don't want to fight these guys. I got a dude to fight. Yeah, go ahead and mute me, that's cool. But I need to go. Oh, I forgot to actually equip any weapons that are worth anything. Oh well. Possess somebody, and the way you can do the fight is you can take out your party members until Rexel pops out and beat him up. Now he has much less health than the Soulfires do. I think they have 40k each, and he has somewhere in the neighborhood of 30k by himself. However, I think I can probably just beat them the old-fashioned way. Probably attacking would be better there. Stormfang and Frostgore are pretty decent, but they're not hitting weaknesses, but that's probably fine. The major threat would be Flare. And Meteor, I think they can use Meteor. But, while we don't have Reflect to deal with that, we do have Golem and Seraph set up to deal with their counterattacks. Plus, we've got a lot of health, so, and effectively infinite healing here. So my goal at this point is just to try and beat them to death. But I don't know if there have been special tricks at it. I know Rexel can, like, revive one of them. So I think they have to be defeated kind of close in time to each other. I don't actually know for sure, though. There's the Doom counterattack, which, like, sets Condemned or something, but it can be both blocked and intercepted by Golem. Let's see here. Let's try that. Knocking Rexel out, I think, is usually easier because he's pretty easy to burn down. But This is one of the ways that I prefer to do it a lot of times. Yeah, there's Meteor. That could be pretty nasty. I should have probably just used Regen X there. I'll do that next time. Kills one, but I'm not sure if what happens to the other, so I might as well act fast here, because I have no idea what'll happen. He might regenerate the other one, something might happen here. I haven't played the fight in a long time, and there have probably been some changes. But if you kill both of the Soulfires, and they're both dead at the same time, then Rexel will be gone. Not wait around. Yeah, they've got about 40,000 health, so they are not easy to kill. And they've got auto regen, so you can't sap them. You can, however, slow them, it looks like. Shadow's managing it. Oops, hit too soon there. That's okay, I could always use the heal. And we're done. Rexel can just stay in whoever's soul forever, I guess. And then his family turned into a sword. Which doesn't look anything like a katana, even though it is. Now you can't actually learn the level 8 Bushido Brave New World through leveling, you will never learn Cleave except by finishing this side quest. You also get the Mouse Mune, which is much better than the thing that he was using, both for stamina and stuff. There's only one stronger katana, and it has some quirks to it, so whether it is actually the best is definitely questionable. You can also pick up Alexander. Now, Alexander fittingly is for Cyan, even though it teaches some spells that seem very strange for him, notably Holy. Holy is more for Celeste, who's the other user of it, than for Cyan. The equip bonus is also pretty situational. Reflect rings are kind of rare, so having auto reflect is not bad as an option. It's just a little bit of an uncommon option. The main benefit to it is it gives plus 60 HP, which Vigor Cyan only had Kieran, which is not really ideal for HP up to this point, so if you're using Vigor Cyan, then this gives him a ton of health, with relatively little needing to lose on other levels. It does the same thing for Celeste. She has Seraph, which gives her 30 HP, 15 MP, but for a more physical build, like I'm trying right now, so that gives her 360 base HP, which is nice. And I wanted her to have that HP before I do Hidon, because I think I'm going to bring her along to that. So, what do we need? We want Relm and Strago. We don't actually need Relm for the side quest, I don't think, but it's nice to have him, or have her. She's actually pretty useful here. I think I'll also bring Mog. Mog's not as useful as he would be under a certain circumstance, but other than that... or I could bring Locke, now that I think about it. It's actually a tough call. Or even Shadow. I think I'll bring Shadow. I like Shadow, and... although Locke also has some options that might actually be useful here. So let's do that. Let's bring the Lovebirds. And the old guy and the granddaughter. So what we're going to do here is, I got the Illumina, and I can't swap that, and you can't swap that anymore. I should use the Hero Shield, but I actually want to use the Genji Shield in this case. Valiants and Avengers are probably a good combo for this particular fight. Dark Gear. I don't want the Thief Glove, because I don't want to steal anything. I want the Rogue Cloak and a Power Glove. That way if I Berserk him, he won't do something stupid. For her, I'm going to want Leo's Crest and I think a Power Glove. Well, the Hero Ring is actually nearly as good. Yeah, Hero Ring's actually what I want on her. Gives her tons of health. Put the Punisher on him again. Call there, that's a lot of magic defense to miss out on, but speed. I really need that. Well, I can give Odin too. Because I think Hidon is mostly going to be... oh, did I not buy anything? I guess I didn't. Dark's not going to be useful here, so I'll just buy X-Zone. Dark is not going to help against Undead. The autosave bonus for Muhammad, though, that's something. That's real nice. Locke's got Phoenix for his HP, and then she can take... probably Seraph. It's nice to have the revive on everybody, although Phantom also gives her M-Block, which, with the Illumina, she can have quite a bit of M-Block, although I've currently given her, like, none. Because she's so physically oriented with her gear right now. Which isn't necessarily ideal. But I do want to try her out that way. I think if Strago's not in the party, I don't even know that you can enter Ebbets Rock. I forget how that works. Ebbets Rock is kind of a weird area in general, so I don't know a whole lot about it. Just buy a bunch of tonics. While we're on the subject, and and our nearly free inn stay. And we'll go in after Hidon. That's pretty decent. Two pretty durable people and one or two less so, but this cave's a little weird, so who can say? There's a chest, and he wants to be fed booty. It was coral in the original, but why a chest would want coral, I don't know. So, and then this area is a bunch of almost identical looking areas that are somehow different and have chests in them that I don't know what the deal is with this stuff. Oh, did I not give Relm? I don't think I gave Relm any equipment. That's probably why she can't sketch. Let's try and shock them out of here. Yeah, I don't think I gave her any equipment, so let's fix that. Just as soon as... Yeah. Leo's crest gives her counterattacking. So both she and Locke can counterattack. She also has a boosted proc rate. And just a lot of good stuff here. Okay. Yeah, she needs some equipment. Not the multi-guard. Thunder guard. Well, no, the Thunder Guard he probably wants. Strago probably wants. Cat Hood. High. Stand. Oh, I didn't give him anything. No wonder. He wants the Thunder Guard, I think, for the speed. She wants either the Genji Shield or Aegis. Kind of a tough call, one way or another. I don't have anybody who can cast bonus haste, so that's something to think about, I guess. Okay, relics. What can we get? Magic Cube could be okay. Sage Stone, not that useful here. Probably want the Death Ward on him, though. And she can just get lots of speed and block and magic. That's kind of her deal. I don't pretend to know how the booty assignment algorithm works, or even how the cave works, except that sometimes you get sent back to the entrance and that's when you can talk to stuff. I wonder what he's got. Note that it's very unwise to just randomly sketch, but who knows? Something could happen. Nothing that was useful, but nothing that was harmful either. So, could be worse. Now, she hits very hard because she's getting auto-crits. Oh, fire doesn't work either. Fine, let's try sketching you again and see what you do. The only problem with the auto-crits is it does use her MP, so I'll have to watch that. Nice Valiance crit. What we got here? I think you need 20-something booty to get through. I don't know what happens if you leave or anything like that. Honestly, this is one of the areas in the game, whether original or mod, that I just don't know very much about at all. So I usually just come in here and stick it out until I can kill Hidon, and then I don't worry about what else can happen. There's a good sketch, assuming he's not immune to Earth. He is. Well, if she used it on the other guy, maybe it would have been useful. But you can't control who she targets with the sketch. It targets according to whatever logic the original attack has, so if it can be free targeted, there's no guarantee that it will be. It just kind of does whatever it does. Didn't get the dark proc, but that's okay. He shouldn't last too much longer. It's pretty bulky, though. That's surprising. There we go. It's probably overkill having Relm use that, but whatever. For certain reasons, it will not be a huge deal how much MP she has. Let's try for another dark proc just to get it, if we can. Nope. Oh well. The holy procs, though, those will be handy if we can get them. Although, honestly, I maybe should have brought a Figaro brother or something for reasons that may become clear once I actually get into the fight. Although there is a save point here. I don't know if you can actually... I could probably save state and leave with the booty and see what happens. Again, having Meteor here would be a big help on Relm. If I had that, a lot of these randoms could be wiped out very quickly. So, while some of these sketches aren't great, that doesn't mean that she's not going to be useful in here. Under the right circumstances. There's the save point, which doesn't really help us any. I don't know how much booty we actually have. I'm not keeping track. Let's just give him as much as we have. There's the save point again. It's not where we want to be. We want to be wherever the booty is. A couple of black bears. Those guys are pretty tough. We don't want to deal with them right now. And I'm only getting one booty. Sometimes I get 5 constantly, and then it's, yeah, like that. You get that enough, it doesn't matter. And in the meantime, let's just run, because I'm a little concerned. Booty. More booty. That's good. And we're back at the entrance. Let's try this. I'm gonna save state and then just leave and see if I keep my booty. I think I do, which means I can probably escape, heal up, and then come back in and go straight to the boss, but I'm not absolutely sure of that. Yeah, I think you keep it. I should have enough booty once I find that darn chest again. But I'm getting warped everywhere but the chest from the entrance, which is unusual. Usually it sends me right to him. Oh well. Free booty. And a save point again. Relm got hurt at some point that I didn't notice. She's a bit low. We'll fix that before we fight. I also probably want to get status protection or something. Oh, hey, there's a save. That's new and appreciated. Let's see. She's okay. He could probably use a couple. She definitely needs to be full up. And then probably I want to have some status protection, I think. At least for some people. Instead of the death ward, let's go with a ribbon. And maybe an amulet for her. Lower the speed a bit, but she should be okay. And maybe even replace the rogue cloak for an amulet too. Minor stat problems, but it helps. Although she's the one with remedy, but I don't think I can give up any of her equipment. So we'll just have to pray that this works. Oh, right. Yeah, you actually don't get into an immediate fight with him. Do I want Odin? Or do I want Zone Seek? I think I want probably Zone Seek for the summon here, but on the other hand, I don't think anything he uses is really defense respecting per se. So maybe this is fine. We'll find out. So we'll start with Regen X. Great, of course. She's probably gonna act and she's gonna fucking kill somebody, I'm sure. Shield, which is one of the last two lores. Go figure, he got it off. Although she's cute in attack, so God only knows what she's going to do. She's going to whack a Hidon Knight. Alright, fair enough. That dude. Thank you. Now from Sketch Hidon, it uses either Quasar or Black Omen. So even if Hidon himself never casts it, Strago should learn it if we can get Relm to sketch it. Plus it uses Relm's power, which is pretty dang good. Hidon is the one that we want to deal with. Because ideally, the others will die to Relm sketching. And if possible, I would like to see some counterattacks off. This is why I said I might want to bring a Figaro brother, because Golem would have stopped all those status claws. Not strictly necessary, but it would have been helpful. I guess Quasar is the common sketch. Black Omen is the rare one. Black Omen would do a lot more damage. It might even one-shot all the Hidon Knights. But this is actually fine. This Mega Claw is annoying, but it's not statusy, so I think that's okay. And he'll revive the others eventually. Ooh, that's gonna kill Relm, I think. Quasar's not that strong, but it is completely defense ignoring and unavoidable, so... Well, I don't know if it's unavoidable, but it's definitely defense ignoring. Good thing she had the re-rise. Thanks, Celeste. Now... let's have Locke do the heal. So I want Celeste to be attacking, because if Holy gets off, then it's extremely strong. Of course she counters the Hidon, not Hidon, but whatever. Not bad damage. Flare would probably be better when there's only him around. But we'll see. Hopefully she acts fast enough here that they don't get too many status claws off. Or at least they use them only on the people who would be immune to them anyway. Protection. Well, there's the White Cape, but White Cape's not really ideal. So I'm gonna have to remedy her again. This won't do very much damage, but we'll do something at least. Virite used to set poison so much, but apparently the poison part is now resistible. So it's no longer as bad. It sucks that Strago can't learn or use lures during the exact same fight where he's learned them, because that would be extremely cool. Then he could learn Black Omen. Relm could get him Black Omen before Hidon casts it, and then he could use it. But he's going to use it now. And make kill Relm, I'm not sure. It's defense ignoring, but who knows. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Come on, Celeste, get a fucking proc off. I swear to God, if any of those hit, I'll be so pissed off. Yeah, kill him. Thank you, Locke. Actually, I could just be using Blaze right now, because Locke has life too. I don't need to both deal with and heal Relm. I can just bring her back with full health. Because he didn't have, because Strago didn't have Blaze in previous versions, there wasn't a lot he could do to Hidon, because Raise doesn't work on undead. It'll heal them because of the poison factor. So, there's a proc. But because he's undead, the Illuminous procs will do bonus damage. And while she's not a magic build, that's still pretty strong. I don't know if she can't get procs when she's muted, though. I think she can, but I'm not absolutely certain of that. Okay, please stop freaking raiding Locke. Counter. Thank you, Locke. Let's go ahead and sketch. What can Locke do? I don't think I want him doing anything but attacking right now. There's Black Omen. That should do a nice number on him. And again, probably for the best to just try to leave one alive, but she's just gonna counter it, probably. And then they'll come back. Fortunately, I've seen both lures, so I can just keep wiping the enemy out, pretty much. Weird that that happened, the ticks in between the Hidon regenerations. It's just kind of a strange occurrence. It does happen, but it's just kind of strange. I think actually maybe you actually do need to remedy her to make sure that she has the procs. But if we get Black Omen multiple times in a row from the sketch, that's pretty good. You could also use Meteor and Flare here, but obviously Black Omen is free, which is really nice, because it's coming from sketch. Sketch doesn't cost Relm anything. Which is kind of a nice bonus. But yeah, it would be nice if he could learn Black Omen mid-fight and then start casting it, but he can't, unfortunately. The amulets, most people are immune to stone, so actually leaving the Stone Claw one alive is probably for the best. Could also use Cure 3 on him, actually, because he is undead, but I'm not sure whether Relm does more damage that way or not. I could try it. But she's got a free turn. Muting Lock, not a big deal. He does have spells, but I think we can get around it. I think I'll re-riser this turn rather than nuke everybody. She didn't lose that much MP, but that may have been all her MP for all I know. If she doesn't crit, then I'll know. Of course, Luck could crit. No, she's still got some MP, or she wouldn't be auto-critting. And it dies. That is the one downside to counters in this fight, obviously. Because if we had not had counters, we could maybe leave one alive. But I don't think it's, at least in this instance, worth worrying about too much. This Relm should be able to take him out in 1 or 2 sketches anyway. Just focus on the big boss. All we need to do is win. Preferably without Strago dead. So that he can learn the lures. Okay, no more MP on her, because if she had MP, then she would have been able to use it. So, sketch again. Ugh. Himself. Could have him X-Potion us. I don't think we're that hurt, though. Let's remedy ourselves. Okay, 1 left. That's fine. Celeste needs to ether or tincture herself, though. Tincture won't last very long. Let's pop an ether. That's another thing Leo's Crest does. Gives her the Night Cape cover effect. Oh, why did I sketch? I shouldn't have done that. I should have flared him. So yeah, that's another instance of Leo's Crest being useful for reasons other than shock. BTB was looking for more reasons that you might use Leo's Crest other than shock, and there's one of them. You can hit Relm, but she's about to drop and pop anyway. In fact, I may as well just wait for her to tick down. And then pop a potion on her. I could have also used Holy Wind, I guess. Doesn't matter. All we needed was for him to be alive. End of the fight, learn the lores, which he did, so she gets Shield and Black Omen. Shield, Black Omen, very nice. So that's all the lores. that's going to be big, because shield is AoE safe, which pretty much completely unique. Nobody else can do that. And Black Omen is a defense-ignoring attack, which leverages Strago's magic. Big boost for him, because it's non-elemental, so he's no longer having to, like, try to smack elemental weaknesses. It is super expensive, though, but he's got a lot of MP. Also, even if you fail to learn the lores, Hidon respawns, which is nice. So you can fight him as many times as you like, really, but he's not a terribly exciting fight. You just have to manage the little guys. Either it's probably better to leave them alive, one of them alive, but you can also just nuke them down and focus on the big guy. This is where you get Relm's ultimate equipment now. They kind of added this to the mod, rather than just have it in a chest in some place like the Phoenix Cave, where it's kind of boring. So you get her ultimate brush, which gives her speed in addition to some other stuff. Speed is really nice. It's obviously the best healing because it has the best attack power. It also has a chance to cast haste. The other brushes do safe and shell. So haste is really nice. It's only 1/4, but the Radiant Gown now boosts that, and it's also pretty defensively good. It doesn't have the status immunities, or not the status immunity, the elemental immunities of the hides, but it's still pretty good, and only she can use it. Notably, the magic block and magic defense are super high, because the Moogle hide does not have poor magic block or anything. Like, the diamond vest there is even worse. So, the hide has decent magic block, and the Radiant Gown has even more. So if you stack her for that, it's pretty good, which the cat hood is already set up to do. Other than that, just the elemental guard, and you could give her a staff or something. That would get her magic block up pretty high. That's cool. Of course, you can also trade these items if you want at the Coliseum. If you don't want to use them, or you're not planning to use Relm. The dress trades for a Genji helm. That kind of sucks. Genji helms are okay, but it's not worth trading away the gown. And the brush trades away for the most powerful katana, although by most powerful I just mean like it's the strongest. There are some weird effects that it has. So what I'll do here, probably, is take a break. There's still a few things left to do, I think. I've got most of the espers, but there's still the red dragon left to kill. Yeah, I'm only missing like 1 or 2 espers now. Crusader and Ragnarok. So there's the red dragon left to kill, there's the brown dragon in the Opera House, that needs to be killed. So those 2 we can probably knock out in succession. And then there's the white dragon in the Fanatics Tower, and the Fanatics Tower itself, which you have to beat in order to beat the game now, because you can't get into Kefka's Tower until you've beaten the Magimaster. So that'll probably be the next thing that I'm going to have to do, because I can't do anything else. I can't go to take Kefka's Tower yet. So that's pretty much all the major side quests. That gets the lores filled out, the rages are filled out, everything else is pretty much done. We've got Locke's ultimate equipment, we've got Terra's more or less, Relm's, Cyan's, Shadows even, because that Orochi that we picked up works really well with the Kagenui. Mog is still missing probably one of the better lances. You can either trade the Zantetsuken for the Longinus, which is, or not the Longinus, the Gungnir, which gives 50% health, which would give him a ton, and it never misses, although when you jump I don't think you miss that often anyway. But there's another one that White Dragon drops that is really good too. Unfortunately, maybe difficult for us to get our hands on it, but as the White Dragon is the hardest of the dragons, but we'll have to kill him anyway if we're going to get Ragnarok and all that. Although we don't really need Ragnarok, but I am planning to kill all the dragons. So everybody's in pretty good shape. I'll have to decide who to bring along for some of this stuff, dragon hunts and such. Red Dragon shouldn't be too hard, but I will need 2 parties just to jump through the Phoenix Cave again and get to him. Hopefully with the speed patch making it easier, we can just put 1 fast person in both parties, like Relm or Locke or Shadow, and we can warp out of most fights. But I will have to decide who's on the kill team. So in the meantime, to get some pretty decent sampling here of just the ATB thing, the starting ATB patch. Hopefully that's useful to somebody. I'll pass that along and go from there.